Hey guys, this is Jamie Knox with The Burning Sage, and I got a film crew. Thanks, husband.
Woo!
All right, so this is video 5. We're breaking down Tadasana, which is mountain pose. So mountain pose will normally be done at the front of your mat, but for this video purpose, I'm going to turn it sideways. So it is a strong pose, obviously with the name mountain pose. It's a asana that can be done by itself, so it's within itself its own thing, but you'll often begin another posture from mountain pose, and it's great to prepare yourself for that, or you'll end another posture in mountain pose and sort of center, turn inward, and reflect on what you just experienced. But the important thing to remember or know about mountain pose is that it's not a passive pose, it's a very active pose. So some people, some yogis, will do mountain with their feet together. And this is fine, but it's not very stabilizing, especially if you are a beginning yogi or you just have a structural difference in your body that prevents you from having a strong stance. So you don't want to be sort of swaying back and forth, right? Mountains don't sway, they are strong and they are stable. So go ahead and have your feet hip width apart. Now, for some reason in the West, particularly with women, we think our hips are larger than they are. So put your fingers on your hip bones and track downward to your feet so that your feet and your legs are right under your hips. This is very important. This is a great asana to practice hugging in towards the midline of your body. So that center column of your body, you really want to bring everything together. And there are a few ways that you can get to that place. The first thing that you can do is lift your toes. You'll feel when you lift your toes, your legs sort of fire up. So your quads are going to fire up, your kneecaps are going to lift, your hamstrings are going to fire up. Now within that lifted toe stance, hug your legs towards each other. Spread your toes wide, place them back down, but try to keep that energy still up. So the arches of your feet are going to lift. If you're like me and you tend to have a sway back, you'll want to release your tailbone a little more towards the floor. So before lifting your toes, go ahead and stick your tail out a little bit to create some space. And then send your belly button towards your spine and your tail down so that you have now puffed up that kidney area, release the tailbone down, and that's going to support your back so much. Oftentimes I'll see people doing back bends without focusing on pushing their tailbone down, and that's not really beneficial for your back. So in a back bend, which will be a totally different video, we're going to discuss like how to do this opener and still be supportive of your structure. So your feet are hip width apart, you've lifted your toes, you've tucked your tailbone down, you've hugged in towards the midline of your body, you've placed your toes back down after spreading them wide. Your legs are hugging in, you feel really strong here. So you need to still be strong at the top of your body because a mountain is not just strong in one place, it's a very strong structure all the way together. So shoulders are away from your ears, but fire up your arms, fire up your fingers. If your chest is sticking out, release it just a little bit. So you do want to have this open heart area, but you don't want to be overextending. So kind of bring the ribs in. So the ribs don't need to splay out, they need to come in towards your body. Arms down. Your chin should be in line with your chest, not necessarily tucking or jutting outward. So your cervical spine should be relaxed here. You can stay here, focus on something that's not moving. You can close your eyes in mountain pose. It's a very strengthening pose, and I would love for you to practice it. Give me any feedback, and I'll see you in the next video for tree pose. Namaste.